We are live, the home of the Trailblazers in beautiful Portland, Oregon. Alongside Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And on the sidelines, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. For the Portland Trailblazers, they come into tonight's game after the loss to Denver. Anthony in the corner, drains it from beyond the arc. Anthony's got the opening field goal of the game for Portland. And what a matchup we have here in the front court, Greg.
Yeah, each of these teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
Well, the big-time answer by Brandon Miller.
Here's Hardaway. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Well, you love the activity out there. What a play. This guy is busy on the offensive end.
Here's Miller. Robinson with the block. Tatum on the wing. Launches a three. And another three for Portland.
The rise and fire by Jason Tatum. Ready to catch it and score it immediately.
And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Pass to LaFrance. Stolen by Robinson.
You love that defensive effort right there showing up.
Portland moving the ball around. Tatum wide open. He fires one. No good from outside.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Hey, DB, we don't see a lot of them, but from what you have seen and heard, what can the Charlotte Hornets do better to improve their overall game?
Well, I think one of the things you have to look at is what are they doing successfully on the offensive end and what are their weaknesses? One of the weaknesses is drawing fouls and getting opportunities at the free throw line. To me, Kev, the best teams do a good job of getting easy points, whether in transition or at the charity stripe.
And the dunk by Robinson.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. One thing about LaMelo Ball, he can really take over at times, Greg, when he's healthy and playing well.
And a lot of that is just his feel for the game. He processes quickly and then has the talent to execute. It's pretty hard to stop him when he's in the flow.
Now, here's Simons. Pass. Tatum on the wing. Tatum's got 6.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Basket good.
What a finish by LaMelo Ball. Thin frame, but that length at 6'7", he can mix it up now.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, Anthony Simons came into the NBA at age 19, and he's paid his dues. He's working his way up from the end of the bench to a starring role. Coach Chauncey Billups says he just believes he's one of the best players in the NBA, and confidence is a big thing. Well, Kevin, he certainly earned it. Back to you.
I would totally agree with you, D.A. Thank you so much. Now, Ball. After David Robinson's three-pointer that didn't go. LaFrance. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. .135 left here in the opening quarter. Anthony left side. Shot clock at 6. Here's Robinson. That shot is no good. And he's 1 for 3 from the floor. Pass to Kamare. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
Boy, what a nice find from LaMelo Ball. You can tell this guy loves setting up his teammates.
To the middle. Here's Robinson. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
This is his first free throw of the game. Robinson hits them both. Portland had, Greg, one of the great guard combinations in Clyde Drexler and Terry Porter.
Man, that was one heck of a backcourt. And they really complemented each other so well. Drexler with his explosive scoring ability and Porter who could just do a little bit of everything.
Now here's Hardaway. Out to Anthony. Back to Robinson. Misses the layup. He had him with that bump fake.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
And the dunk was nice, Kevin, but the move he made to free himself up was a thing of beauty.
It sure was, Greg. What a savvy play to get into position for that jam. And here is Ball. 10 points for him. Lets the 3 fly. That one, no good. That will count. Doesn't go that time. A good game so far as we conclude the first quarter. Portland out in front. They lead by 3.
The Hornets, 15.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Portland.
Well, they haven't wasted any time getting into a groove from deep, putting up and hitting a healthy amount of three-pointers thus far.
And their assist total also impressive early, creating with the pass and playing for teammates.
On the wing, Hardaway. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. Greg, you look at the great coaches. What are 1 or 2 of the most important qualities for success that you see?
Well, for me, Kevin, I think you got to be able to adapt tactically. I mean, that's huge, and especially in the playoffs. But most important, can you motivate and unify a locker room? That leadership quality is what really puts a coach over the top.
And that one drops.
Boy, there's nothing the defense can do about that. DeAndre Ayton, locked in and focused, just goes right against quality defense.
Hardaway with the steal. The 3 from Anthony. Good, and the assist goes to Hardaway. Anthony's got the lead up to 6 now for the Trailblazers.
What a beautiful stroke from range. Defensively, you've got to try to take him out of his comfort zone.
Outside for Bagley. And there's the call on DeAndre Ayton. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Smith with it, and Simons picks him up defensively. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on Ayton. Charlotte's shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. Smith hits them both.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Pass to Ayton. Bagley with the rebound.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
I think expect them to go back to it because that's the kind of shot this offense is designed to generate.
Screen by Smith. Here's Rondo. Shot clock at 5. And shot on the way. And it's Smith missing.
And this is exactly what you have to do to stop him. That was a tremendous contest, forcing the miss.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
Smith's shot is good.
Steady from beyond the arc. Smith's improvement from there could really make him a dangerous player.
Outside Tatum. Takes the 3. Bagley with the rebound.
He's cooled down a little bit after draining those 2 3-pointers in the first quarter.
It's safe to say Jason Tatum is a bona fide superstar.
He certainly is, Kevin, and really 23 years old. pressure on this young player, but Jason's not only embraced it, he's thrived under it.
And Ayton throws it down.
This guy, a relentless force on the glass. DeAndre Ayton going to work and getting the putback.
To the inside. Outside for Rondo. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Well, exposing a weakness in the defense, that's just way too easy, guys.
And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. It's a 3-point game. Ball with it. He's got 10. That's good. It's Miller with the assist. Ball's got 12 points in the game.
Wow, LaMelo is always a tough matchup, but tonight almost impossible.
Pass to Thibault. Tatum a screen. And it's Hartenstein in the corner. Drills the three-pointer. And the Trailblazers lead by 4.
And when you've got a big man who can shoot from distance like that, what a huge advantage.
Here's Ball. Got a piece of it. And now Portland on the break. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Miller right side. And the foul called on Brandon Miller. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Trailblazers leading by 4. Outside, Avdia.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
And Dora says we've watched Avdia. He's a real threat from the perimeter now.
Yeah, Kevin, he's really good at a lot of different things on a basketball floor. I think the consistency from range wasn't there early, and defenders would give him a cushion. That is no longer the case. Boy, guys, when you think of Denny Avdia, great positional size, versatile on both ends of the floor, and he's unafraid of the big stage.
Pass to Hartenstein. Back to Walker. To the paint. And that one is good from Hartenstein. Hartenstein's got the lead up to 8 now for the Trailblazers. And there's the call on Matisse Thybulle. That's his first foul.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Whoa. 16 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Miller outside. Shot to stop the run. No good on that one.
All by himself, trying to step up. He's got to be frustrated with the miss.
And so it's Portland in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. We'll return shortly. And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Here's Ball. Pass to LaFrance. Stolen by Robinson. Down low. Oh, went in there and tried to power it down, but drew contact. He'll head to the line.
He gets right to the rim, but the defense there to deter him.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe. Robinson hits them both. Hornets trail by 10. Here's Ball. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
You love the fact that LaMelo Ball is not timid about drawing contact on the interior. Get that foul drawn, LaMelo.
Ball hits them both. Here's Simons. In the corner, Hardaway with it. Back to Simons. Outside Robinson. And he slams it down right on top of Brandon Miller.
And you make it easy on Simons when you leave someone that wide open. He's always looking to make the extra pass.
Miller, no up.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Outside, Simon. A three-pointer off the mark.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Ball with the bucket.
There is just such enthusiasm, such a love for the game with LaMelo. Shot after shot going down.
And we've got a timeout called by Chauncey Billups. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Trailblazers making a switch here. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. On the wing, Hardaway. Pass to Avdia.
Or should he have moved it just one pass more? What a brutal night for this guy, and it is having a ripple effect throughout the team. This is tough.
These on
% of his attempts.
Line for two, Deni Avdia.
all free throws good from Avdia. Hornets trail by 10. To the wing right side. LaFrentz hands it from downtown. LaFrentz has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Now here's Simons. And the wide open shot from Avdia. And they come 6 to shoot. And Miller throws it down hard.
And what an incredible talent Miller is. What a ferocious finish there.
And each season, GA, it seems like Anthony Simons is given more and more responsibility.
And you can understand why. He's proven to be a versatile scorer. And now we are seeing him take the next step with his playmaking.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
And timeout is called by Charles Lee. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. And some changes here for the Rondo. Good. Rondo's got his third bucket of the night.
Well, we know he's got a lot of tools in the toolbox, but the finger roll might be the sweetest of them all.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, if you want to win, of course, playing both ends of the floor is essential. Former Defensive Player of the Year Draymond Green says, we've seen teams for years make the mistake of thinking they can put a great offense out there and win. You run up against a team that's just competent offensively, but they play defense, you're going to lose. Kevin?
You got the 1-2 punch, as Draymond talks about. Man, that is something tough to get by. DA, thanks. 1:44 left to play here in the third. Smith up top. He has 5. Again, the Hornets score.
Boy, that one was not easy. Every once in a while, you just make a tough shot.
And here's Tatum for 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Tatum's got the lead up to 12 now for Portland.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
Right side, Rondo. Pass to Smith. Over Hardaway. Smith, no good.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Anthony's shot is off. Hornets trail by 12. And foul on the shot. So,
and if we want to take a look back, they converted about 76% from the line.
So it's Portland now. Simons surveying the D. Anthony on the wing. 8 points for him.
Going up strong. Anthony hungry to carve out his spot here in the league.
Here's Rondo. And the rejection by Eaton. And that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession. So it's the Hornets now, trailing by 13. Smith for 3. Jason Tatum grabs the board. Greg, their unselfish play has really been impressive.
They're trusting one another out there, wanting to get each other involved. This is great basketball.
Ayton wide open. That 3 off the mark. He got it up. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's Portland looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next.
53. The Hornets. 40.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Trailblazers leading by 13. Here's Topic. Outside for Robinson. And Simons has it in the corner. The 3 from Anthony. Goes back up. In deep, Robinson drops it in. And the Trailblazers lead by 15.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Yes, sir. LaMelo Ball.
Tatum on the wing. Off target with his 3.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Ball on a terrific move and basket. Ball's got 20 points.
Well, the great length and the great size of the backcourt, LaMelo Ball continues to improve as an interior scorer.
Back to Simons. And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession. The Trailblazers making a switch here. And timeout is called by Charles Lee. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Hey, guys, during the break, listen in with Charles Lee and his team. Coach told his guys, lock in. This is it. Leave everything out on the floor. A simple message down the stretch. We'll see if it resonates. Guys?
Thanks, David. Pass to Kamare. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that 3-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Left side, Avdia. The kick out to Simons. Tatum a screen. 4 on the shot clock. Shoots over Vucevic. And the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
And that one goes out of bounds. They say last touch by Ball. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. Pass to Simons. Back to Anthony. Outside Tatum. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots from the elbow. And again, it's Portland converted.
It's striking to see how quick Anthony's release is. Ball's only in his hands for a split second.
And the call will be against Anthony Simons. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
First team foul.
For those just joining us, 4th quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Here's Kamare. A shot that time, not on target. Some solid defense from Robinson. Anthony down low. Rebounded by Kamare.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Outside Anthony. Pass to Hardaway. Outside Robinson. Tries a three. That shot off the mark. Hornets trail by 15. And here's Miller. Here's LaFrance. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. And Greg, everyone loves talking trades. Future first-round picks have been moved quite a bit of late, and that's been kind of interesting.
And, Kevin, a lot of teams that don't control any of their future first-round picks. With so much pressure to win now, GMs are willing to use draft assets.
Back to Anthony. Tatum a screen. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Boy, he was wide open. You wonder, did he overthink it? That's a missed opportunity.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Trailblazers.
And the big difference here was accuracy from three-point range.
And once they started sinking shots, they really stretched out the D and created other opportunities. And anytime they got space, they seemed to just knock down another triple.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And as one might have guessed coming into this game, it was indeed another big game tonight for Jason Tatum.
Boy, whatever was needed, he provided it.
Here's Hardaway. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Fires from way outside. The kick out to Simons. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends.
making nip. Straighten out my dress. Well known, flick up and roll, snatch. From Ricos till T-shows. Whatever, playing chess, not checkers. Well, you clever. See, bro, you ain't living by the street code. Been through all these motions up and down like a seesaw. I can never view you as my equal. Wanna hear your CD folk.
Ryan Anderson here. With me tonight are analysts Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill, and our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Yeah, we know that on the road, you're already a little out of your element. Then the misses from the line become contagious.
Yeah, they weren't doing themselves any favors missing all those free throws. You could sense the frustration mounting as the game went on.
LaFren's no good. And Doncic has got the ball here for Cleveland. A nice shot by Smith. Well, Grant, when you take a look at this matchup, both these teams feature an impressive backcourt.
No question, B.A. And I get the sense that bragging rights are on the line here. Everything you can do, I can do better. Expect some exciting back-and-forth action in this one.
And it's the Hornets' ball. Miller with it. Now Doncic defending. Ooh, nice shot by Miller.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Doncic deciding where to go with it. The three. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
And I love how Ball will fight for it, getting around that inside physicality.
Doncic outside. Fades away. And another basket for Cleveland.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
LaFren misses the three.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from three.
Well, the recent success of the Cavs has centered around their defense, RJ.
Well, if you want a chance to contend, you're going to have to be able to defend. Their coach embodies that, and so does their personnel, specifically their front court.
Grant, the Hornets are a team hoping to end a pretty substantial playoff drought.
Yeah, it's been a long time since they made a buzz in the postseason, but their return could be closer than people think. A few smart moves here or there might be all it takes.
Ball into the lane. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Yeah, inside Ball has to rely on his agility. That's how he finds his way to close-range looks.
Doncic outside. Corner shot. They get it back. The ball's knocked loose. And there's the call on Lonzo Ball. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here in the first. Pass to LaFrenz. Back to ball. Miller outside. Clock at 6. Let's go with a 3. And the rebound goes to Cleveland. Doncic outside. With the drive. Counted. His 3rd and 5 attempts.
What energy on the drive from Doncic. Charging in before the defense can seal up the gaps.
Pass to LaFrenz. And stolen by Mobley. Fast break Cleveland. And he's going for the oop here. They grab their own miss. Oh, the dunk by Smith.
And I just love how he's making the effort plays that everyone around him appreciates.
It is certainly making an impact tonight.
Offensive rebounding is about hustle and determination. Huge putback, making a statement there. Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring. Able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
Gets the 3 ball to go. Doncic has got 12.
The big story thus far, how well they've shot the rock.
Miller outside. This one for 3. Smith with the rebound. Cleveland leading by 6. Doncic right side. Inside. Ball with a steal. And they're running. Throw it down on the breakaway jam.
And give credit to Ball's quick thinking. Outstanding job reading the opposition and pouncing on the steal.
Doncic on the wing. 12 points for him. Off the left rim and out. Here are the Hornets with the ball. Here's Ball. Mobley grabs the board. There's 18 seconds left in the first. To the inside. Doncic. And the rebound goes to Charlotte.
Well, I'll give him an A for effort for trying to dunk through the defense, but maybe he should ease up on that one just a little bit.
Plays like that, so easy for him.
Oh, what a performance by Luka Doncic. He has been the story for the Cavaliers. He made a big...
16.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. All right, what do you guys think about Cleveland here in this one?
Well, it's simple. When you can dominate the boards at both ends, you can control the second chance touches.
In rebounding numbers, sometimes we overlook them, but they can have a big effect on the outcome.
And the basket by Hachimura.
More of an inside the arc guy, Hachimura can be dangerous from range.
Richard, it's nice to have the versatility of a guy like Hachimura. Equally comfortable at either forward position.
Well, he's got the size and strength of a modern-day NBA power forward, but he also has the ability to stretch the floor and knock down a 3. That's a nice combo.
Anthony misses. Hornets trail by 3. Smith with it. Hachimura covering. Pass to Vucevic. From 18 feet away. Rebounded by Lopez.
No clue how he misfired on that shot. You don't see that from him very often.
To the middle. Here's Hachimura. Now Lopez. Hachimura left side. Cleveland needs to get off a shot.
Oh, you expect Rui to finish that play, but when a guy is this open, he makes a quality pass.
And just about a minute and a half has passed here in the second quarter. Pass to Salon. Out to the wing. Three-pointer, Vucevic. Knocks it down from distance. Vucevic has got 5 points in the quarter.
The ability to stretch the floor is such a dangerous weapon for Vuce and his team.
And here's Lopez. Hachimura from long range. And it's cleared by Vucevic. Charlotte trailing. Salon, no good.
A rare miss for him at point-blank range. That's one he'd like to have back.
And the whistle blows on a backcourt violation. Went over and back. Outside, Rondo. Can't tie it up. That one misses. And so Anthony will bring it up for Cleveland. Their next game playing at home as the Pacers come to town. And that's a one-game homestand for the club. And it's Lopez with the jam.
Talk about strength and athletic ability. Lopez can maneuver against his opponents down low.
NBA scoring has been climbing over the past decades, Grant. Is the league too offensive at the moment, you think?
Well, we know that people like scoring, the fans, players, everyone, but the league needs to make sure there aren't hamstringing defenders too much. So I think allowing some more physicality incentivizes the defender to defend, and now we have competition on both sides of the ball. You gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Nikola Vucevic has seen a lot in his decade plus in the league, and he said the game has changed. Now you have centers that can pass, put the ball on the floor, make plays, and shoot threes, play like guards, and you can't get stuck in time. You have to be able to adjust.
Allie, he's certainly got the skill level. Fires it, lets it fly. It's rebounded by Salon.
Really thought he had this one, and the defense, they were giving it to him.
Back to Rondo. Smith outside. Fires for three. Yes, sir. Great play by Rondo to set him up. Smith's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. And it's going to be on Rajon Rondo. That's his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
1:02 left in the first half. It's stolen by Doncic. Hachimura from long range. Fires in the triple. Hachimura's got 6 here in the quarter.
Over the last few years, Hachimura has gotten more comfortable in these catch-and-shoot situations.
Out to Bagley. Miller left side. 6 on the shot clock. Stolen. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. It's intercepted. Fast break. Here come the Hornets. And he's going for the lob. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Ball.
Coming onto the floor for Cleveland, number 10, Jalen Smith.
The Cavaliers lead by 3. Doncic outside. Picked by Smith. The 3 is up. And no good. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. Cleveland on top, up by 3. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Here's Ball, driving to the basket, and Ball throws it down.
Known as a pass-first player, you like to see Lonzo call his own number out of that two-man game and be aggressive.
Knocked away. Doncic right side. Good on the bucket. Doncic has got 14.
That was a prayer. All luck getting that one to go.
Miller outside. Mobley with the block.
Hard to protect your shot from Mobley's length. Look, he just bats that ball away.
LaFrente's no good.
They have a decent advantage in regards to rebounding.
Doncic outside. Shoots a fadeaway. Rebounded by Kamari.
Even though he had space, there is never an easy fadeaway.
And pushing it up, here's Cleveland. And Mobley throws it down.
It's just too easy for Mobley. This man, he's quick off the floor. He's got a 7'4" wingspan. Look, this man finishes the way he was built.
And there's the call on LaMelo Ball. That's his first foul of the game.
And great job to establish position and square up.
The Cavaliers lead by 9. Doncic outside. Just over a minute and a half played in the third. Finds it again. 6 for 12 and remaining assertive.
And when he puts it all together, look at the kind of night Luka can have. Wow. Ooh, bouncy. That should give him a nice lift.
Good timing. They needed that one.
And they need more where that came from. They're not out of this hole yet.
Here's Mobley. And Mobley throws it down.
Good thing Mobley was right there, ready to get involved and save the play.
Here's Okoro. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
Here's Doncic. Look at Doncic finishing the break in style.
Another turnover leads to another bucket at the other end.
And it's Charles Lee calling timeout here. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. Hornets trail by 15. Right side, Rondo. Here's Vucevic. Mobley grabs the board.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
RJ, when you talk about Vucevic, is he the best NBA player ever to come from Switzerland?
There is an argument to be made. He has the most points by any Swiss-born player by far and the only All-Star game appearance.
And the power finish by Vucevic.
That's just an aggressive finish by Vuce. Once he gets strong inside positioning, he's looking for the finish.
And the Cavs with possession. They're on a 14-4 run. Here's Rondo. Yep, that one goes. Rondo, he's gotten his first bucket of the night.
He's got a big speed advantage in that matchup. Could be a blow-by every single time.
And it's going to be on Rajon Rondo. That's foul number 2 for him. Third quarter of basketball here. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Out to Anthony. Driving in.
Powerful.
Oh, yes.
And this kind of sick slam is just one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now, B.A.
You know, there's an edge the way they play and a confidence they're not afraid to show.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
.107 left in the third. Hornets trail by 13. Pass to Salah. Here's Vucevic. No one near him. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Vucevic has got 12.
He's trying to will this team back into it, doing all he can offensively.
Anthony outside. On the wing, Hachimura. Down to 5 on the shot clock. To the paint. Here's Lopez. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Now here's Rondo. Pass to Salah. Back to Rondo. Out of bounds as Charlotte keeps possession.
He had the right idea, just couldn't come up with the swipe.
And deflections, they're a stat that all teams track. They show who is the most active defensively.
The 3, Smith. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Hachimura from long range. hits the trifecta. Hachimura's got his third bucket of the night.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
This is
49.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Hornets trailed by 16. Here's Miller. Ball outside. Now Miller. Here's LaFrentz. Smith with the rebound. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. 16-point lead, the largest margin in the game. No good on the three.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Here's Ball. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. And given LaMelo Ball is 6'7", how does this give him an advantage at his position, Grant?
Well, B.A., he's able to score on smaller guards as well as see over them and find his teammates. His height and quick decision-making are real weapons.
Doncic outside. Launches it. Yes, sir, and it's Ball with the assist that time. Doncic has got 21 points in the game.
Their defense has to do a better job of smothering those shooters.
Ball no good. Cleveland leading by 17. 4-3. And it's Doncic missing. In transition, here they come. Oh, and Mobley with the block.
sensational swat from Mobley. I love how hard he goes on the defensive end.
And Doncic with the three. He's got 24. All right, guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for the Cavaliers?
All you have to do is look at one stat, and that is their block numbers. It tells you how tight their D has been. They've been going out of their way to smother the defense.
They've also been showing a standout play on the fast break, working as a team to create easy opportunities.
Doncic with it. Guarded now by Ball. With the fadeaway. Again, Doncic missing. Hornets trail by 18. Pass to LaFrentz. Here's Kamare. Covered by Mobley. Miller outside. Ball outside. Back to Miller. Here's LaFrentz. Shoots over Mobley. Shot is good. Off the back rim and in.
And that's what you get from Brandon Miller. I mean, he can really whip passes there around the court.
Down low. Mobley. And Mobley throws it down.
He knew exactly where his man was going to be. Outstanding lead pass. Oh, yes. 2 loud points from Miller, making his presence felt.
The Cavaliers lead by 16. Here's Doncic. And it's Bagley with the rebound. Ball right side. The shot, no good. Good D by Ball.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Doncic on the wing. Lets it fly from 18. Fires the three. And it's Ball with the three. And the Cavaliers lead by 19.
They have a relentless mentality, even with the game in total control.
No let up with these guys. They're going for the throat now.
With the defense absent, that was a great opportunity, but no go.
Doncic outside. And Mobley throws it down.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Cavaliers.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year.
And against a familiar opponent, it's nice to establish a psychological advantage with a win in the first game.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Luka Doncic.
and he was getting buckets all night long, giving the defense that work.
Fires from the wing. And it's the Hornets with the ball. Here's Miller. Again, the miss by the Hornets. Doncic outside. For three. Again, Doncic missing. 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Miller can't get it to go. Doncic with it. And so Cleveland takes this one by a big margin. To walk into enemy territory and deliver a performance like that, that says a lot about this squad.
They really came in looking confident and didn't let anything shake them. This is what a dominant team looks like.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for...